started on a little bit of hand sewing. That way, Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to make these videos just a little bit more interesting. Teaching isn't fun and all. Like, maybe I should throw really fancy wild music into it, or maybe it should all be speed through, in which case, like, you don't learn anything, right? Or maybe I should dress up really sexy and show you lots of booty shots, right? Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to do all that, because then what you get is you don't learn anything, and I get a pretty bad reputation as being a ditz, right? So, here, I got an idea. I'm going to tell you how I had to learn this stuff, so you realize how lucky you are to have the option of learning offline, where you could just zoom past whatever part you don't want to learn, or once you got the hang of it, you could just, cut the video wherever you like, so on and so forth. Now, there was this lady I learned it off of when I was like 12 years old. She was the little old lady on the block, the kids all called her the witch, and so on and so forth, and supposedly there were these stories about how she'd come out with like a big knife and try and kill kids in the middle of the night and all that. I think the kids just hated her because she was one of those little old ladies with the yappy dogs that would bite anyone every chance it got. Or maybe it was because on Halloween she was one of those little old ladies who either gave you an apple or a little bag of pennies, and you're supposed to be like, oh, thank you. But really, you want the candy as a kid. You don't want the little, pennies. So anyways, I learned off her, and she made me do all these little, I used the daisy stitch to do all these little embroidery things, and that's how I first started to learn how to sew. And, she was nice to me and all, but, she always came out like little aggro on kids and stuff, because little old ladies who are like dog hoarders, just, come on, like, they can't deal with things in their life, and some, I don't know. But that's who I learned from, and no offense to, like, anyone about, like, calling her little old lady witch, whatever, that's what the kids called her, not my fault. So that's the first person I started learning to sew off of. And what I'm going to do here, so I'm just going to fold it over, because normally this is used on the edge of blankets. There's other reasons to use it. It's basically a really, really strong stitch. So I'm just going to start it out, fold under, and then it's sort of a wraparound. Like, this would be a wraparound. I don't know. Let me go look up the name of that stitch. It's just basic wrapping it around. Instead of just wrapping it around, I am going to loop this under so it catches it. That's a blanket stitch. Really strong, pull it tight. Works great for really thick fabrics, or at the end of blankets, around the sides. It's also decorative, because you can see it. Basically any stitch that you can see winds up being decorative by someone. Used in a decorative pattern by someone. And along the edges there's a line where it's looping around the back. It's just lines, I guess, and the line on top and bigger. There, all that stuff. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna wrap thread around it and around it again, because that's one of the knots that can be used to tie off, well, basically anything. Some people have different opinions. A lot of people have different opinions now, don't they? I learned that I'm getting featured and realized how many children there really are on YouTube. Oh, the fun I've had. Lot more fun to be featured on Etsy, I'll tell you that much. If I didn't actually hear much of anything from them. Just tie it off however you like. You can even sew it back into the fabric underneath. It's best to have it where it can't be seen.